My name is Greg Fonte. I was born November 4th, 1974. I have 5 siblings, the oldest being 50, the youngest being 36, and I'm somewhere in the middle. I grew up in Greek Hills, Staten Island, and I pretty much acted like all the other jerks in the neighborhood. When I was 20 years old, I got in a motorcycle accident and completely changed my life. I was put up for 6.5 months complete, 2 months of which in a coma, and my eye actually popped out. My orbital socket crushed in so bad that my eye popped out. So they didn't fix that right away. That wasn't fixed for like a year. My eye was put back in my head, obviously, but my orbital wasn't fixed for a year later. I had my jaw rewired shut like a year later. So that was the first surgery I had after the accident, post-accident. During the accident, I broke my neck, but thank God no spinal cord injury. I broke my ribs, my fibia and tibia. I crushed my skull. Let's see, what else did I break? Fractured 6 vertebrae. Pelvis was crushed. I had a stroke and I had bacterial meningitis. And the bacterial meningitis is why I talk like this. My hands are messed up because of it. Well, that combined with the stroke, I guess. And my eyesight is bad, and I have short-term memory loss, and I can't really remember much. But it's funny because my long-term memory is perfect. I can remember things from when I was 2 years old. But sometimes, if you ask me what I had for breakfast, I have no idea because I totally forgot. I was disabled. I was in a wheelchair. People didn't look at me. They looked past me. And I had to fight to get myself back. My self-esteem was low, and everything became a struggle. I spent 2 years in a wheelchair, and I had nothing going on for those 2 years at least. You know, life was a lot different than when I was like pretty much a star, the man, you know. But you learn to adapt. As hard as life gets, it's life. It's my life, and I gotta keep going with it. So I did, and I had my failed relationships. I was married and got divorced. I have a kid. He's 13 now. I don't see him because my ex-wife was my ex-wife. Let's just leave it at that. I was this person when I went in, and then I was another person when I came out, and it was just hard to adjust. And I didn't adjust for a long time. I didn't date for a long time. And then when I did started to date, I was like, I didn't intend on being anything serious anymore because I was in such a bad shape. I had no self-esteem. I had no self-confidence. I just felt like I wasn't good enough for anyone because I was disabled. And little by little, the confidence came back, and certain people I dated had a good effect on me. Certain people I dated had a negative effect on me. And I guess like anyone else, life goes on, and you just persevere, and you find out what works and what doesn't work. And that's what happened. I mean, it's like I said, it's like any other person who goes through life and deals with their own problems. I'm dealing with my problem. And it's tough because society doesn't like people that are different, and I never understood until I got an accident, but I was never a judging person before the accident. My family's not judging. You know, we have people in the family that are disabled, but you can't truly understand what it's like until you are disabled yourself. And a lot of my problems with coping with it was I wanted to be that person I was before the accident, and I never quite reached it. I mean, I got maybe 50% of the way, but my hands are messed up. I was an artist, and I can't draw anymore. I can't paint anymore. I can't fix cars anymore as a mechanic too. And to go from that to this is a big transition. And it's just not an easy thing. And I wouldn't wish it on anyone. If I hated someone, I wouldn't wish it on them, because it's truly a tough thing. But at the same time, I grew a lot. I learned a lot about life, whereas I probably wouldn't have learned had I not been the accident. Life slowed down slow enough for me to really see what's important. Because I can't draw, it told me that, because my hands are messed up, it told me how to do things in a different way. I'm legally blind. The accident left me legally blind. I have bad balance, but you learn different ways to do things, and I can't complain. Life is beautiful. I have a beautiful girlfriend who treats me like gold, and I try and treat her like gold, and I have a bad temper, but it works. When I hung it, definitely. Yeah, because I wouldn't mess up this pretty face. I have a book coming out this fall, and you should all get it, because it's a good read. It's about the accident and about how life was before and after, and all the intricacies that I haven't really talked about on this tape. But it's called Hello, My Name Is You. So the stickers that say hello, my name is that, and then you, because my story could happen to anyone, and I didn't expect it to happen to me, and I'm sure a lot of people that these things happen to don't expect it to happen to them. And it does, so it could happen to anyone.